Omena is also known as Philomena McGee, and she has the gift of knowing. She's a natural-born clairvoyant, a soul historian, a spiritual counselor, a coach, and a medium. And you can find her on the web at about.me/Philomena, PHILOMENA _MCGEE, and I'll put that on the chat. Omena uses her gifts to assist you in exploring ways to break life patterns that no longer serve your higher good. She says her life mission is to help bring people to a higher level of self-awareness without feeling like they're in therapy. She educates people about their soul's history, which explains why you act and think the way you do. Promising to delight and surprise us with her unique abilities, Omena, I offer you a warm welcome to Full Power Living. So you say that you were born with this ability, but I also know that you worked as a therapist for a period of time. How did you get all of this to come together? Because you sound really sure, Omena. Well, we're born with this and we have that. Where does this come from?
Well, I was born into a very adverse, tragic life, you might say, but for some reason none of it ever stuck to me. And I always had the intuitiveness from a very young age, and I always knew what was safe and who was not safe. Of course, at that time, I grew up in a small place, and everybody raised their children. And I was always curious, but knew I had the ability to see things and hear things and do all kinds of things. But then I annoyed everybody. I annoyed all the adults in my world, and they just told me I asked too many questions and I was too powerful. And for a while I took that as a negative until I realized, wait a minute, then I realized that they didn't know what I knew. And then I was able to focus on what I needed to do. And then it was all about growing. I mean, I came to this country with a sixth grade education, and just out of sheer curiosity and to get over my fear of failure, I decided I'd get my high school diploma and go to college. So I did all of that while I was raising children. And then I worked,
goodness.
Yes, and then I worked, in family violence, drug addiction, HIV/AIDS, which I loved doing. And now I'm in the mental health field. I still work full time, and I incorporate a lot of this with when the opportunity presents itself. When the opportunity presents itself, I use the spiritual part as well, because that's identifying with people. Finding the common things, and you remember, I can see into their souls, so I can put out their strengths and show them to them, and that's very powerful for them.